Today I want to talk about consistent growth. One of the questions I get all the time is, Darren, how can I grow year over year at the same level? And you know what? It's actually not as hard as you would think. So this will actually be kind of a short show, which will be awesome. So you don't have to worry about taking all day. I swear I won't talk for 3-4 hours. So the question becomes, relative to consistent growth, what I see a lot of is what I would call yo-yo growth. It's kind of like a yo-yo dieting. And what I see in this area is that we get really hyper-focused on something. We get really hyper-focused on something like case acceptance or marketing or referrals or Facebook or whatever. But we get hyper-focused on something, and all of a sudden we start to see the results come from it. And as a result of seeing those results, we get busy. And then when we get busy, what do we stop doing? We stop doing the thing that made us busy because we think now we're there. And then guess what happens a month later? The other thing I hear a lot, and I had this conversation with someone recently as well, where someone was growing and doing really, really well and then plateaued out. They're like, I just don't understand why we can't break through to the next level. Why did we plateau out? So now, and of course the question is going to be varied on every office. Now the question becomes, what do I change to go to this next level? And I don't know what it'll be for each office. I'd have to have a one-on-one conversation with someone or an example to illustrate this. But I can tell you that if you do the same things you've always done, you're going to get the same results. If you want to finish on top of anything, if you want to be on top of anything, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's how you finish life. And that's going to require the ability or desire to consistently grow, to consistently push. And if you do that consistently, it won't feel like work. It'll become normal to always push. At first, it's going to feel like a lot of work. Absolutely. And that was my comment to the person who said, man, it just feels like so much work right now. And I'm like, yes, I know. It's because you're learning new things. But remember back to when you first went to school, hygiene school, dental school, assisting school, I don't care what school it was, how excited you were that first day. And yet you're looking at it going, it's like 2 or 4 years of school. Holy cow, are you kidding me? This is going to be a lot of work. And you were excited. How come you're not excited now? Why did we lose our passion for that? So the question becomes, how can we reframe that and look at it and go, I can't wait for the next change. I can't wait for the next opportunity to grow. I can't wait for the next time I get to learn something new. Do you think if you take that approach, it'll feel like a lot of work? Or do you think it'll feel invigorating? And then, if you keep pushing, and you don't do yo-yo dieting, yo-yo business, yo-yo fro, ice cream. Got to throw the ice cream reference in, If you don't end up yo-yo behavior, what'll happen is you'll see consistent growth, consistent performance. We've got to keep our eye on the things that got us to the point we're at. We can't stop doing those things when we add something else. But if we've made those early things second nature, it's kind of like giving an injection for those of you that do. First couple you gave, man, you had to focus, you had to concentrate, you were really thinking, you were doing everything. You were there. And now you're thinking about groceries while you're giving an injection. You're hardly there. And it's one of the most dangerous things that happens in a dental office. That's the opportunity where you can kill a patient. And yet, half the times you're thinking about groceries and your kids and something else, and you're just totally at second nature. So the things that you're learning early on, if you're early with us, those will become second nature things. I think what all of you enjoy is the challenge. So challenge yourself to always push and grow and to do more. Not for the sake of doing more, but because it'll become fulfilling and you'll get to affect more people's lives. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Can't wait to see you. 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Until then, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later. What if you could have the practice of your dreams? What's holding you back? Imagine a life where you have everything you ever wanted.